Hello guys, welcome back to Coding. So last time basically we have discussed about what is Python and how are the basic terms like if we define anything, we do not need to declare it any data type or anything, just we need to work on the indentation. So we have learned why do we need to learn Python, what are the benefits of learning Python. So today we are going to discuss about some of the statements that are used in Python so that we can program on it and also work on the condition. So guys, I hope you are liking my videos. If you like my videos, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. When we talk about statements may be vary based upon the type of data we need to perform in any language. So we have all the types of statement that are similar in any language, but the difference is that we behave the behavior of that changes with the vary of the language. So first statement that we have in Python is the control statement. So when we are talking about the control statements, it basically means with the help of the input and print statement, we're just changing the control of the statement, like moving the statement from the one place to another based upon some specific condition. Now when we are talking about the control statement, Python basically have three types of control statement. Number one is if statement, number two is else statement, and the third one is elif statement, which is used as a shorthand for if as well as the else statement. Understanding about what do we mean by a if statement. So when we are talking about a if statement, let's understand with the help of this flowchart. So first of all, in this flowchart, you can see that in a diamond shaped box, we are having a conditional expression. And after that, we have a body that is represented in a rectangle, and then we have some arrows, one is resulting to the false condition and one resulting to the true condition. So basically what does this flowchart means, that if we are having any condition in a statement, if it evaluates to true, we will work upon the body, and if it is evaluates to false, so we will end that particular flowchart. So it will check again the condition that it will be evaluated to false or if it will be evaluated to true. So in if statement, only the true result is evaluated. If the result gets to be false, the program is terminated at once. So when we are implementing it in Python, so in this way we just need to move into a script mode. We cannot do it in interactive mode because we need to write a full set of statement. In interactive mode, what we were having, just we will write one statement and we will get the desired result. So we are writing this program in the script mode. As you can see over here, you have opened the Python shell. Now when we are opening the Python shell, what we will write? We will write the if statement. Now the syntax of if is if expression, and then we have a semicolon, or we can say a colon. Then after that we have need to write the statements. So when we are writing the if statement, what we will do, if we are checking over here whether it is an even number. So first of all, what we have done, we have got a number with the help of an input function from the user, and we are asking the user to enter a number. After that, what we are checking, we are just checking that if x is divisible by 2, if it is divisible by 2, then it is an even number, else the program will get terminated. So this is basically when we are talking about a if statement. Next type of statement that we have in a control statements is else statement. So when we're talking about an else statement, it works simultaneously with the if statement. Like earlier in the flowchart, what we were having a conditional expression, and it was resulting to either false or either true. So in the similar way, we are having a text expression and we have a false as well as true statements, but we are having two body types. Like one rectangle will show the body of the if expression and one rectangle will show the body of the else expression. So what is the difference in this? If the if expression evaluates to true, the body of the first statement will be executed, or if it evaluates to false, then the body of the else statement will be executed. Let us understand with the help of example. So what we are doing over here, we are just adding the number from the user. Again, we are getting the input from the user. Then what we have used a if expression x modulus 2 equals to 0. Then if it evaluates to true, we need to print the statement that the number is even, else the number is odd. If the statement evaluates to false, you will print the message that the number is odd. So this is the basic difference that we are having between a if statement as well as else statement. So here what we got to know, that in this syntax of if and else expression, what we are using a colon when we are simply writing the if or we are writing the else statement. You can check in the Python shell, I have written a colon in front of it when we are talking about this if as well as else statement that we have in control statement is the if else statement. Now when we are talking about the elif statement basically means we are using a shorthand for the if as well as the else expression. Now in this case, what we can do, we can check the one condition with the if expression, then we can check the else condition with the second expression. If both the conditions evaluate to false, then we can move towards the third expression. As you can see in the flowchart also that what we are having, we are having two conditional expressions. Then what we are having different bodies of the expression. If both the conditions value is to false, then only we'll move towards the elif statement. Boolean logic is also available. Now when we talk about a Boolean logic, it is also based upon the valuation of true or false. So basically the Boolean logic is based upon, we need to check the comparisons of the statement. Like for example, we are having a AND operator, we are having a OR operator, or we are having a NOT operator. So when we are talking about the Boolean expression, the Boolean expression what will perform? It will check the comparison of the data. So when we are having a first operator, that is a AND operator. So when we are using a AND operator, if we are having any condition in the if statement, so what will happen if we are having any condition in the if statement? We will write a AND condition in front of it. When we are writing an AND condition in front of it, what will happen? If both the conditions are true, the result will be evaluated to true. And else if the conditions are not true, means both the arguments are not true, it will result to else. Now as we are putting in the Python shell, you can see I have written this code, and if I check that the first condition is 1 equals to 1 is a true condition, and then after I am checking that 2 plus 2 is greater than 3, that is also a true condition, means 4 is greater than 3, so we will print as true condition. So this is the basic purpose of when we are using a AND operator. Operator that we have in a Boolean logic is the OR operator. So when we talk about the OR operator, in OR operator what we do, we just need to check whether any one of the arguments that we have put it in the if statement, does it evaluate to true. So what we are doing in the when we are writing the program, so here what we have done, we have added the same condition like we are using earlier, but they have made some similar change. Like if 1 equals to 1, and or we are using after that OR operator, then we are writing 2 plus 1 is greater than 3. So in this case what we are using, which if any of one of the condition were true, the result will be true. So in this case we can see that 1 is equals to 1 is a true condition, but the 2 plus 1 is greater than 3 is a wrong condition, because 3 equals to 3, 3 cannot be greater than 3. So that's why what we are doing, we will still write the output as true if any one of the arguments evaluates to be true. Boolean of logic that we use over here is that is a NOT operator. So when we are talking about a NOT operator basically works when we need to reverse something. Suppose if we are getting a true result, it will be evaluated to false, or if we are getting a false result, it will be evaluated to true. For example, I have given you an example here, like we were checking that 1 equals to 1, so it is a true condition, but as we know that the NOT operator is used to reverse the condition, so the result will be evaluated to false. Next we have a NOT operator. We are using 1 is greater than 7. So in that case it is a false condition. 1 cannot be greater than 7, but the reverse of the value will be that will be evaluated to true. So these are basically the what are the Boolean expression like AND or a NOT, which are based upon some condition like we have need to work upon. So if we can check that whether one condition is true or the other condition is true, kind of operator, or we can say a type that is used in Python is the list. So when we are talking about the list in Python provides us with the indexed value. Like if we want to give any value or any message, we can just assign some values and we add in the square brackets and we can print that values. So basically when we are talking about list will be defined as example. I can show you in the Python what we are typing. We are just typing a number, like we are typing message. After that we are writing some numbers like hello, then world, then 1. So after that what we need to print this message. So when we are printing this message, we are using that message 0, message 1 and message 2 and so on. So whenever we are printing this message, the index value that you see that we have written 0, 1 and 2, basically these are known as the index numbering. So whenever we are using list, the index numbering always start with 0. This is similar to the that we used in array in C++. So here what we are using, we are just writing a message and assigning some values to the list. Similarly, we have also have a empty list. The second type of list that we have is the empty list. When we are talking about the empty list, is just to print a list which does not include anything, and it can be called as a empty list. So here what we are writing, empty list equals to no brackets, and then we are printing the empty list. It will display nothing, just it will tell us that this list is a empty list. Next we can also have a nested list. When we are talking about a nested list means that we can include one list into another list. Like for your example, we are using the things we have written. Like string will have, we have a variable as string, then we have a 0. Then what we are using, we are again using the square brackets and entering some number 1, 2, 3. Then we are using closing that square brackets and we are adding number 4, and then we are again closing the brackets. That means the whole list we are closing. So when we are going to print the message like print things one, so it will just display the string that is included in the one. But when we are using the print things two, so what is the difference between that? That all the values that were included in the string, that is second string also, we will display that result also. You can see this is the output, that what is the result of it. So guys, I think you must be clear about what are the different types of control statements, what are the lists, and what are the Boolean logics that are available in Python when we need to work with Python. So as we see that Python involves some of the things that we do not need to define, just we'll write the code and we'll get the desired output. As I've told you about the code, you will also see the desired output of that code whenever I run that code. I'll show you that in the Python shell, and as well as all what you will get the code of it. So guys, if you like my video, if you like the content what I share, and also learning different languages, so do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and also share it with your friends so that they can learn languages who are interested in it. And also let me know which content I should add. And also in the description I give you the content of the notes. You can visit that also, and you can also follow my Instagram page where you can daily see that which content I'm going to post, when is my new video going to be out. So also you can interact with me there. And also if anyone wants to learn some things, they can contact me. So guys, if you like my video, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and you can see the previous videos at the top right corner. So thanks so much for watching.